I've got a really, really crazy day.
Why? What happened?
Oh, I've got a lot to do at work. We received some additional analysis to be done by the end of the day.
Oh God, always.
Yeah, and I've got the new boss. She don't know anything about the business, so she needs my help writing every single sentence.
Okay. In English or?
In English, yeah, but I mean, on one side, it is understandable for me because she's new and she really doesn't know the business. But
Yeah.
on another hand, I've got really, really lots of to do,
Yeah.
and yeah,
So
and
she
everything needs to be done right
yes
now.
yesterday.
Yes, yes.
I understand. Did you have a nice break? Did you go anywhere?
Actually, no, I stayed at home because my husband is in
Is it right?
Norway. So that is this weekend, which I usually spend at home. Next weekend, we plan to go to Białka again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah, but this weekend I've just do
Chilled.
some cleaning job at home and shopping.
Ah,
Nothing
crazy.
interesting.
I
Yes.
I had I didn't do anything. Well, like I cooked a barbecue, um, not last Sunday, the Sunday before, the holiday weekend. And
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize I was out like for 4 hours. And I went to bed that night. I woke up the next morning and I thought, wow, my nose feels really warm. What's this? Sunburn.
Ah, yeah,
A big,
yeah, it was
big,
sunny, yeah.
big pink nose. But I looked stupid for a few days. Even a few of my students said it to me. They're looking at me like this, going, Gary, you look very pink. I sent you two things. I think I
But
was.
anyway, the weather is awful. It is middle of the May, and it's always cold outside.
I know it's Kai have the heating back on. It's supposed to get
Yes.
warm this week, but I don't know. Well, last night here, I was going, no, I'm not putting the heating on. I'm not putting, no, no, no.
Yeah. Yeah, and I heard some prediction that the whole summer will be like that.
No, don't say that. No, no. I need, oh God, I need a holiday, honestly.
Yeah.
Go somewhere warm.
Do you have any plans for holiday this summer?
I'll probably go home for a week and
Mm-hmm.
then my sister's partner, I think I told you, he has an apartment in Alicante
Yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
I can use
In
anytime.
Spain, yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
then I don't know, I might not go home, I might not go to Spain and just keep my money to go to Thailand.
All right. In October.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But possibly earlier, I'm not sure. So I can't afford 3 holidays. I'd love 3 holidays, but I'll get quiet now. I say this every year, it doesn't get quiet. I'll lose maybe 6 students for the summer months, like school going kids.
Ah, okay.
Um, but then September I start getting busy again,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll see what happens.
Yeah, we were checking yesterday on the Turkey for this summer,
Uh-huh.
and we checked the hotel which we stayed last year. So last year we went to Turkey for 15 days,
Yeah.
and now yesterday we checked for 10 or 11 days. So the price for three of us is 24,000.
Jesus.
Yeah, I said no, it's
That's
too much. It's
crazy.
it's more than 2,000 per day. It's just Turkey, the cheapest direction.
Some people would only make that in a year.
Yeah,
It's like a year's wages for a holiday.
yeah,
Well, if you'd be minimum wage, but still, that's unbelievable.
yeah.
Well, I have another option. My sister takes in students. Well, she used to, she doesn't do it as much anymore. She used to take in university students,
Uh-huh.
foreign university students. She had people from Germany, Spain, but she had one girl who was studying to be a surgeon, a Greek girl,
Mm-hmm.
but she actually is from Santorini.
Wow.
That's the island where I worked when I think I was 18. I worked there, but her family have a hotel in Santorini,
Wow.
and Effie, my sister was like a mother to her. She came over twice. It's a cheaper option rather than them, renting an apartment. They tried to get into a family home. Meals are provided if they want, and they
Mm-hmm.
pay very well. It's nice,
Mm-hmm.
nice money. So yeah, she said to me as well, anytime you want to go over, just tell me. I'll tell my parents. She said they won't give it to you free, but they'll give you a cut price if I say I'm a
Mm-hmm.
friend. So I always wanted to go back to Santorini. It's been a long time since I was there, very long time.
Yeah, I think it is a beautiful place,
It's
but also
spectacular.
really expensive direction.
Yeah, it used to
Mhm.
be when I was there, it wasn't, but now the only thing as well is all the beaches are, well, not all the beaches, but the main beach is black sand.
Ah, like on Tenerife or
Yeah, it's very difficult to
Mhm.
walk on.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, it was a volcanic island.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I think I sent you two things. One thing I meant to send you, remember I was telling you about the conversation pieces.
Oh, I didn't notice. I
Don't,
just
don't, don't,
print
don't
the
worry. If
can.
we, I don't even know if we'll get time to look at it, but you have it in your email now. I'll show you again real quick. Hang on. Sorry.
Yeah, I've got this Can the economy keep growing? And let
Yeah,
me check the other one.
it'll be this,
Uh-huh.
but you got to scroll down to advanced.
No, I don't think so. Or
Yeah,
no, I
keep
haven't
scrolling.
got this one
No, I sent it today.
today.
Yeah, let me just check my email.
Yes, at 1 o'clock. Ah, I can see. Yeah,
You
it
got it? Yeah.
is. Got it. Mm-hmm.
Trying to scare me. So I was like, did I send it? Did I send it? I knew it. I did. You're going that, yeah, to advanced.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe before, if we get time, we can do a couple today, but maybe before next week, just have a read through them. And basically what you have to do is give your view on it, your opinion.
Okay. All
Um,
right.
I'll listen to your English. If there's any structure that's not correct, I'll correct it. If there's any words that I can give you to use, I'll give them to you. But it's mainly just to get you, when you travel, when you meet native English speakers, as I said to you before, you don't have a lesson plan. There's nothing
Mm-hmm.
in front of you. It's just straight from your brain. So
Mm-hmm.
it's nearly better if you don't look at this. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? That
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
actually unprepared. You have to think on the spot and give a
Mm-hmm.
reply, because that's the way it's going to be when in conversation, when you travel or when you're
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So maybe we'll see if we get time and have a look.
Okay.
But if not, don't worry. Yeah, where are we? There. Now, oh, I found a very interesting lesson for you. Let me just make a note. It's about financial crime.
I didn't have even minute to prepare myself for this lesson.
Don't worry, you shall prepare as we go along. Sometimes it's better. No, seriously, it is. You gotta think.
I always prefer to be prepared, everything according to plan.
I have another student. She works for Revolut, and she's the same, but she actually over prepares. Where a
Uh-huh.
lesson that should take me an hour, we're finished like in 20 minutes because she has everything done. Okay, warm up. In pairs, discuss the following questions.
Which industries in your country create the most money for the economy? God, I'm not so so expert in case of economy.
Huh?
What can I say? I don't know. When I look around, I think that the transportation is quite big in my country.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think in every country it's a key, because otherwise we wouldn't have products in our shops and so on.
Yeah.
So,
What
so it
about
is.
coal?
Yeah, I think it's still cold is still on the top. Yeah, you are right.
But I think a lot of countries, I know in Ireland, a lot of the coal that was coming from Poland in certain areas, it was banned because it was very smoky.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the big cities, you could only burn smokeless coal.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, same here in Krakow. You cannot use cold anymore.
not at all.
No.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Right. So it's the same here, and moreover, not we, but government try to close the coal miner,
Coal mines.
uh, coal mines. So yeah, but I think at the moment the coal industry is still probably on the top.
Yeah. I think part of the Irish electricity system is still in Dublin anyway, is still fueled by coal,
Mm-hmm.
big generators. Go just one second, just gotta put a light on, okay?
All right.
Just a second. Now, now, what difficulties does your country face economically?
Oh wow. Right. I think almost all Europe, or not
Uh-huh.
only Europe, but
The
the
world.
world face the issues related to inflation,
Uh-huh.
consequently interest rates.
Yeah, I've gone crazy.
Yeah, and I think prices of energy.
Yeah, uh-huh. And keep going up and up. I
Yes.
got my latest gas bill, 1,000, nearly 1,700.
Yeah, the gas is really, really expensive. I'm surprised because we received bills for electricity,
Yeah.
and in our house we receive it every 6 months. So
Oh
I
yeah?
was yeah, don't
I
know
wouldn't
why,
like that.
but I was really waiting for it, because I know that we've got the really high bills for our apartments in Krakow. So
Yeah.
I expected a really high amount, and we receive it exactly almost the same amount which we had in December or
Yeah.
end of previous year.
Yeah, the electricity is okay. And what I started doing as well was I turned most of the radiators off at the house and I'd heat where I am now with the air conditioner.
So you've got air condition.
Yeah. But
Okay. And
it
do you think it's gonna be cheaper?
yeah, big time because yeah, my electricity bill was only
Yeah, no, I think the electricity is cheaper than the gas, so it might be, yeah.
yeah, honestly, I
Mm-hmm.
noticed a big difference. Big difference.
Mm-hmm. All
Okay.
right.
What challenges do you think there will be in the future?
Oh, who knows? Especially that the Kaczynski is not going to retire.
He's around a long time, isn't he?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, and
Too long.
too long. Yeah.
Oh,
So what challenges? I know, as I mentioned already, I think it's a problem, especially for young people, that they are
uh,
not able to get a mortgage to buy a
yeah,
home or a small flat.
yeah.
That's the challenge for my son, for example. I don't know how the young people will be able to manage their life.
Sure, even a lot of young people and a lot of young people's parents, the reason they want their children not fluent, but proficient in English
Hmm.
is so they'll have a chance to get out of here.
Yeah,
Crazy, but it's true. It's one of the
yeah,
main
it's
reasons.
true. Hmm.
They know that if they have good English, it'll either open up a door here for a better job
Hmm.
or
Yes.
they can travel. So,
Yeah.
okay. Now, match the vocabulary to the definitions. I will help
Right.
you.
Consequential.
Yep. What was the
Consequ
consequence of something?
Yeah. Hmm. Happening as a result of a previous event.
Exactly.
Consequential. Infinite.
Yeah.
Infinite. It sounds like my
In
favorite car, Infinity.
infinity. Who makes the infinity?
I'm not sure. I think it's
Toyota?
Nissan,
Oh,
but I'm
Nissan.
not sure. Yeah,
Okay.
really nice and expensive.
They're all expensive. Now, if
Um,
something goes into infinity or something is
being
infinite,
without end, I think.
exactly. Yeah.
Hmm.
That'd be like your loan repayment on an infinity car.
Hmm.
You'd never see the end of it. Yeah, a 10-year car loan.
Exponentially,
Exponentially. Ex
exponentially,
exponentially.
exponentially.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
I don't know the way that constructly increases the
It's the
speed.
speed. Yeah, exactly.
Look at me.
Ooh, look at me. Well, again, I don't know if you noticed. See here.
Yes.
I think that some B2C1 is okay for you, but you probably get bored of them. You're better off being challenged and finding words that you don't know.
Hmm.
Because if you keep learning the words that you do know, you haven't learned anything.
Yes.
It's
Yes, that's true. Theoretically,
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 yeah,
theoretically. Something in theory,
in theory, yeah.
in theory. I don't know.
Have a look at A.
Okay, in a way that is based on ideas and principles rather than experiments. And oh yeah,
So it's in
sounds good.
theory,
Hmm.
theoretically.
Theoretically. Snack.
If a project hits a snag or meets a snag, it's something that causes a delay.
So problems which delays progress.
Progress, yeah, or snags.
Hmm. Hmm. Win from.
If you have a baby and you're breastfeeding the baby,
Hmm.
you have to wean that baby off breast milk slowly. You can't do it suddenly or the baby will freak.
Hmm.
So it's, let me see, where is it? See,
Slowly stop doing a particular thing.
wean, yeah, you wean off or wean from it.
Okay. Inequality.
Inequality,
Inequality.
not equal.
Not equal. So it's gonna be a difference between groups of people where one group has more advantages, wealth, etc., than other.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Daunting,
Daunting.
daunting, creating a lack of confidence about
Yeah,
doing a task.
it's a daunting task. A lot of work are very difficult.
Win from, that's surprising for me.
We have to wean from. It's a very, actually, even in English, it's a very old word, but it's used in relation to babies, to wean a baby from breast milk. And to start introducing the powder milk, but you have to wean the child slowly. But it can be from, you could use it in a situation where you were changing programs on your computers in work, and you'd have to slowly wean the staff off the old system to introduce the new system.
All right. Complete the following sentences with a different part of speech from the same family as the part A from word in brackets. Darren fell behind on his rent and as a consequence?
Consequently, yeah.
Consequently. Was forced to move out of his apartment. So he didn't pay for a rent, am I correct?
Yeah, and the result of that was, the consequence was that he had to move out.
Since we moved to the new office, work has been infinitely better.
Infinitely better, yeah.
We have so much more natural light now, and there are some great places to eat nearby. Since we moved into the Latin American markets, our company has seen
Stays the same.
Exponentially.
Not just exponential growth.
So like big grow, galloping, or
yeah, continuously growing.
I have a theory.
Yes, exactly.
That the CEO is planning on opening an office in Poland. He spent a lot of time over there lately, although nothing has been announced.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I've just snagged.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. That's another definition for snag. If you snag your dress, it's like a piece of material comes out, or if you snag your jumper, it's called a snag. But it can also mean a problem, which will delay you, is a snag.
Snagged my new dress on the door and ripped it. I'm going to have to go home and change. Sandra will be back in the office next month after her pregnancy. Her baby has already started week off.
Weaning.
Weaning from.
Yeah, and she'll be back in 3 weeks. Back 3 days a week.
A lot of the staff feel that, yeah?
Go ahead. I'm just going to check if that translates into Polish, weaning.
Yeah, that's interesting. Weaning, so giving up the breastfeeding.
Yeah, but it can be, in general, it can mean to stop doing something slowly. I don't know if that looks.
Let me check it.
Oh, yeah, I've lost it.
Odstawienie od piersi.
Yeah, so stop breastfeeding.
Piersi? I thought that was chicken or something. Or breasted chicken.
Breast.
Piersi Kurchak. That's chicken breasts. Okay.
A lot of the staff feel that the way bonuses were given out this year.
Bonuses
were given out this year was unequal.
Yep, exactly.
And they are demanding more transparency from senior management. I am not surprised you are nervous. Presenting as such a large conference would
Don't.
Don't.
Yeah, just don't.
Even the most experienced of people.
Okay, we're going to watch a video, but before we watch, just have a read of these. There, you have to listen for the numbers.
Okay. The number of years and hypothetical magic coins takes to double. The number of coins in your possession after the 75 years. The number of years required to the coins to wait more than the observable universe. The percentage of growth Germany's GDP saw between 2000 and 2014, the percentage drop in emissions that Germany saw between 2000 and 2014, the number of degrees Celsius that we need to keep the global increase in temperature below, right?
Okay.
Let's say you discover a magical gold coin that doubles every 25 years. 75 years later, you'd only have 8 coins. But 1,000 years later, you'd have over 1 trillion. And in just 4,600 years, your gold coins would outweigh the observable universe. This periodic doubling is an example of exponential growth. And while we're not in any danger of discovering a real-life golden goose coin, something almost as consequential has been growing like this for the past 200 or so years: the global economy. Many economists think that an eternally growing economy is necessary to keep improving people's lives, and that if the global economy stops growing, people would fight more over the fixed amount of value that exists rather than working to generate new value. That raises the question, is infinite growth possible on a finite planet? We measure economic growth by tracking the total financial value of everything a country or the world produces and sells on the market. These products can help us meet basic needs or improve our individual and collective quality of life. But they also, crucially, take resources to invent, build, or maintain. For example, this smartphone. It's valuable in part because it contains aluminum, gallium, and silicon, all of which took energy and resources to mine, purify, and turn into a phone. It's also valuable because of all the effort that went into designing the hardware and writing the software. And it's also valuable because a guy in a black turtleneck got up on stage and told you it was. So how do we grow the total financial value of all things? One way is to make more things. Another way is to invent new things. However you do it, growing the economy requires resources and energy. And eventually, won't we just run out? To answer this question, let's consider what goes into the economy and what comes out of it. Its inputs are labor, capital, which you can think of as money, and natural resources like water or energy. Its output is value. Over the past 200 years, economies have gotten exponentially more efficient at producing value. If we, as a species, are able to keep upgrading our economies so that they get ever more efficient, we could theoretically pump out more and more value using the same, or let's be really ambitious here, fewer resources. So how do we do that? How do we increase efficiency? With new technologies. This is where we hit a snag. New tech, in addition to making things more efficient, can also generate new demand, which ends up using more resources. We're actually not in imminent danger of running out of most resources, but we have a much bigger and more immediate problem. The global economy, and in particular those of rich countries, is driving climate change and destroying valuable natural environments on which all of us depend: soil, forests, fisheries, and countless other resources that help keep our civilization running. So what should we do? This is where economists disagree. Most economists think that new ideas will be able to fix most of these problems. They argue that in the same way that exponentially increasing resource and energy use have fueled exponential economic growth, human ingenuity has also increased exponentially. and will rise to meet these challenges in ways that we simply can't predict. For example, between 2000 and 2014, Germany grew their GDP by 16%, while cutting CO2 emissions by 12%. That's impressive, but it's not cutting emissions fast enough to limit warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius. For this reason and others, some economists think the solution is to re-engineer our economies completely. They make the case that what we should really be doing is weaning ourselves from the addiction to growth and shifting to a post-growth economy. What would that look like? A post-growth economy wouldn't assume that the economy should grow. Instead, it would require us to focus on improving what we really need, things like renewable energy, healthcare, and public transportation. To do that, post-growth economists suggest that rich countries should do things like guarantee living wages, reduce wealth and income inequality, and ensure universal access to public services like healthcare. In such an economy, people would be theoretically less dependent on their jobs to earn their living or get healthcare, so it might be more feasible to scale down production of things deemed less necessary. But this raises other questions. Who gets to define what's necessary? How would we resolve the inevitable disagreements? Could we really do away with entire industries? We'll come up with new ideas to solve these problems. The approach can seem as realistic as, well, a magical gold coin. And we have to fundamentally change our economies approach can seem politically daunting, particularly in rich countries. But one way or another, we have to find a way to benefit everyone while also taking care of our planet. We might even have to enlist help. Learn more about the role AI systems should and shouldn't play in our future with this video, or continue to expand your understanding of economics on the World Economic Forum's YouTube channel.
Okay. Let's see where we were.
Right. So the number of years the hypothetical magic coins takes to double, it's over 25 years.
Yeah, exactly.
The number of coins in your position after 75 years is 8.
Yes, it is.
And here I'm not sure because I don't know, I miss it, but the number of years required for the coins to wait more than the observable universe, I think it's 4,600.
You think correctly.
Oh, perfect. I wasn't sure here. And the percentage of Germany's GDP, so between 2000 and 2014 is 16%.
Uh-huh.
12% is the percentage drop in emissions that
Yeah.
Germany saw between 2000 and 2014, and the number of degrees Celsius that we need to keep the global increase in temperature below is 1.5.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Now, you don't need to watch the video again, do you? Or would you like
I
to?
don't know. Let's try, but not sure.
Okay.
I was really focused on the numbers.
I know. No, it'll be interesting to see what you heard.
What does the metaphor of the gold coins illustrate? How much money investments can make over, how the speed at which health is built can increase over time? I don't know, B or C, but not sure.
B.
B, okay. Which view is held by many economists according to the video? The economy needs to be limited to avoid damaging the environment. It's possible when the economy grows. I think A.
C.
C. According to video, how do we know if any economy is growing? By measuring the value of everything a particular area creates and sells, by tracking the number of people who know, by tracking the number of people who, I think A.
Yeah, exactly.
Which of the following is not mentioned as a reason for a smartphone being valuable? The way in which they are marked, the cost
Marketed.
of components, the loss of advantage. C.
Yeah, exactly.
How can people increase financial value? Working harder and saving money, creating new products and starting new businesses, inviting new things to buy and create more of them. I think C.
Yeah, you're right.
What does an economy require to create value? Investment and opportunities, no work, money, and natural resources. I think B.
Yeah, you're correct.
What problem is the world facing regarding growing the global economy? The drive for resources is destroying manual areas which are vital for human survival.
Vital.
Vital, yeah.
Vital.
The planet doesn't contain enough resources for our needs. We don't yet understand. Not that. See, not for sure.
It
I
could
think
be
it's gonna
C,
be.
but if A is more accurate.
Mhm.
C is true though.
What do the majority of economists believe in the answer to our problems? Finding new ways of creating energy that products our resources, future innovation that cannot yet predict, slowing growth while we address climate issue. I think A.
It's gonna be,
Mhm.
and just real quick, I'll say that word again.
Answer.
Yeah, as if there's
Answer.
no W there. Answer.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I think I always
You're not
do that
alone.
that mistake.
Many people do it.
Uh-huh.
Many
Okay.
people.
Oh, it's good to know. Answer, right. Uh,
Which
I-
four of the following are mentioned as features of a post-growth economy?
I don't
Okay.
know.
A was definitely
Stopping the use of
finite energy source.
finite energy sources, right? Reducing the gap between rich and poor people. No, I don't think. I think it wasn't mentioned.
Okay.
Lowering consumption of meat products. No.
No.
Ensuring everyone has a salary that is enough to live on. Yes.
Yes.
Creating better public transport system and reducing car usage. I think it was
Yeah.
mentioned. Providing access to health services for everyone. It
Yeah.
was mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's the four. Okay. We have to find vocab, but I think best read the article first. Well, complete the gaps once waiting the article on page 6 with the nouns here in the box.
Okay.
So you read it and then we'll go back and put in the nouns.
Okay. The economic landscape of the future. As the world moves towards the future, there are three main trends which will affect it economically. Technological advancement, sustainability, and the
Realignment.
realignment of the geopolitical landscape. Recent world events from the pandemic to the Russian invasion of Ukraine and the effect that these events have had on supply and demand of key products and resources around the world has created.
Let's have a look. There.
Instability.
Instability.
Instability and uncertainty.
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 Yeah.
Many countries have seen considerable inflation as a result, which has forced a response from governments and financial institutions in an attempt to reduce the demand. Given past disruptions, many countries are looking to create ties with markets which are geographically closer as they are lower risk in an unstable global environment. This is creating tighter economic blocks and protectionist
Policies.
policies, which are unlikely to promote growth, leading poorer nations
Yep, exactly.
to suffer more actually than they already are, particularly those dependent on trade with more distant nations.
Actually, that's acutely. I think you said accurately. It's
Acutely, right.
acutely.
More acutely that they are already are, right. As far as technological innovation,
It could be, but advancement.
mhm,
You're right, though. Innovation could fit as well, but it's
as
going to
far
be.
as technology,
No, say, go ahead.
as far as technological advancement is concerned, it is clear that this must continue. We have seen significant increases in revenue around the world due to the capabilities that technology has created. E-commerce
Buoyed
buoyed
or
many
supported.
business. Many businesses during the pandemic, notably creating wealth for
Vast or huge wealth. Vast wealth.
vast wealth for many of the larger companies as such Amazon, but also allowing smaller enterprises to keep the wall from the door. Food delivery and
What you were actually talking about earlier.
transportation
Yeah.
services flourished during this time too. Yet with the digital age, we have also seen more rampant inequality.
Inequality.
Inequality. The
Fortunes.
Lots
of money created by.
Created by tech companies are invariably concentrated into the hands of a few, and globally, the tech boom is still beyond the reach of many millions of people. Without the education or capital required to operate within the digital arena, what is a boon for richer nations in a wall to others. Furthermore, the disposable nature of much of the tech we use is an inbuilt factor in its design, providing vastly increased
Money, or another name for money. Where is it? That's strange. It's not there. It should be revenues. I never noticed that before. Revenues. You know what that paragraph basically means? The disposable nature. It means that computers and other stuff in the tech industry, they're only built to last like 10 years. Then you have to get a new one. So that makes even more money.
Laptops, smartphones, and tablets are all age quickly, with companies often not supporting updates or support for older models. Meanwhile, newer models are heavily pushed via marketing and expensive campaigns. Whenever you have the newer, shinier model is only a few months away. There are companies such as Backmarket CO UK whose more core business is the
Refurbishment.
refurbishment of computers, but regardless, many items end up in landfills. All of this means that digital
That's going to be innovation.
Innovation and sustainability are in practice at odds with each other, despite being of equal value economically.
Yeah.
So this presents political leaders with a very difficult problem. Embrace sustainability over an agile digital. Embrace sustainability over an agile digital economy, and you risk slowing economic growth. This will, of course, affect everyone, even those not in the tech industries. Yet focusing on the digital capabilities of your country and the connected industries risk creating social division.
Yeah, exactly.
We have already seen controversy with firms like Uber benefiting greatly from contracts with for them over their drivers, who often end up working unpaid overtime with no paid time off or sick pay in some countries. The digital revolution has been similar to the industrial revolution in many regards, in that much wealth has been made for a few on the backs of the many. Steering a path between these two economic posts while simultaneously managing in a deeply unpredictable worlds in the thankless.
Another word for job or a
function.
Task.
Task, right. Task that our leaders now face. Quite difficult for me.
No, you read it very well. Honestly, very few mistakes.
Way of using products and resources that does not damage the environment.
Paragraph
A. Paragraph A.
Second sentence. Second word. Sustainability. Sustainability.
Yeah, I think that could be useful for me.
Sustainability. It's a word that you'll hear a lot in the modern world about many different things, about energy, about cars, about even your trash, your rubbish at home that has to be separated into sustainable and non-sustainable, recycling, whatever. I think people are waking up to the fact that we're destroying the world in many different ways. So they're always constantly looking for more sustainable methods.
Yeah. A situation which causes problems and stops something from counting in the way that was planned.
See, can I find it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I put like this,
disruptions. Protecting your own business, country's businesses by putting a tax on goods and services imported from abroad.
So if you're protecting, you are a protectionist.
Okay. Give support to something and keep it at higher level. B. So, it was the
Boyd. A boy is how can I explain to you? Have you ever gone sailing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the big round orange balls that you attach to the side of a boat. Sometimes it's to
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so yeah, so it can float or gives protection.
Mm-hmm. Do well or develop quickly in a particular situation. B.
It can also be applied to plants
Mm-hmm.
to flourish.
Flourish. Something that gives you a lot of help and makes life easier.
It's an unusual word. Maybe you won't know it. A boon.
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 I've never heard it before.
Good. No, you have.
The process of cleaning something up and making it look and work similar to when it was new. Renovation, be
Similar word.
innovation. No, innovation. No. No.
It's like if you were getting all new furniture in one of your apartments,
Refurbishment.
refurbishing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Refurbishment.
Mhm. So I can refurbish my chair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mhm. Easily able to move and change according to the situation. C.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Agile.
Agile.
Uh-huh.
It can also be applied to a person. You could say about you because you spend so much time in the gym, you're very agile. Like you can move quickly.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You're fit, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Agile digital economy.
Because it's moving so quickly. It's an agile
Mhm.
economy.
Okay. Right. Decide which paragraphs A to C the following idea can be found. The technology we use increasing the amount of waste created.
It's going to be B. I'll tell you what they are because we only have a few minutes left. So I'll tell you.
All right. The reorganization of global markets due to world events.
It's going to be A.
Online business providing lifeline for businesses of various sizes during the global pandemic.
That's B again.
B. History repeating itself in terms of who benefits from the economic innovations. It's gonna be C.
Yeah, exactly.
The effort that politics focused on preventing the environment may have on the economy.
C again.
The way in which current events affect developing nations.
That's going to be A.
A cause of inflation in some countries around the world due to armed conflicts. A
Yeah.
A choice presented to political leaders. B.
C. That's one C.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just pick one of these. Don't have to answer them all.
All right.
Whatever you want to answer, which one?
How have developments in technology changed the way people work in your country in the past 20 years? Oh, I think the technology has changed
Dramatically.
dramatically, yes. I don't know how my grandparents can live now, if they are not able to buy tickets without the cash.
Yeah, I know. They know
Yeah, it's really difficult.
for them.
Yeah, for them, it's unbelievable how the technology changed. They cannot imagine that I can pay using my watch or
Yeah.
using phone. I think card is now okay. They can understand, but all this mobile phone and so on, we can do everything using our mobile. So it's really, really big difference
But
between our
it-
lives.
in some ways, in many ways, it's so advanced now, especially in payments. You can use your phone, your watch, you said.
Mhm.
I have a problem with Zoom where my last payment was declined. It
Mhm.
said there was an issue with my card, but it's a new card and I used it to pay last month's, no problem. It's
Mhm.
like direct, it just comes out every month. It's like $20.
Mhm.
So I emailed them and they said, you'll have to go to your bank. So I went to the bank today. The bank don't know what the problem is. So I emailed Zoom again. They don't know what the problem is. So we've come very far, but I had like 6, 8, 10 people running around in circles today in
Mhm.
America and here, and they couldn't figure it out. So
God's sake. Are you talking about the zoo which we used during the lesson?
yeah,
Why you have to pay for it? Is it not free?
no. Well, it used to be, and it still is in a way. It's free if you only use it for 45 minutes and then it stops working.
All right.
It used to be free for unlimited once you just had one person, which is all I only teach one-on-one.
Mhm.
But then they saw that there was a large amount of money to be made if they
I
charge
think so. Yeah, because of the
$20.
pandemic, everything is
And
online.
Zoom sales went woof during
Yeah.
pandemic.
Mhm.
So yeah, I got to pay for those.
I wasn't aware. Look.
Oh yeah. Okay, I think we'll leave it there. I did
Yeah.
record you.
Seriously.
Seriously. I'm trying to figure out now how to get it back. Let me see. I'll stop now. Okay.